Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Wholesaling with Lenny, Season 1, Episode 7. Guys, today I got a special guest with us today, right? We got Miss Kelly Harton coming in today, and we'd like to welcome Miss Kelly uh, when she comes on in. Hold on one second. Oh, there is Miss Kelly. Bam. Hey,
Hey, what's up?
I'm great. Good, good. How you doing today?
Good, good.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Man,
Oh,
thank you
we
so much.
live on we live already?
Yeah, we live right now.
Okay then.
So how you
Thank
doing
you.
today?
Hey, Lenny, I feel blessed. I feel blessed that you even asked me to get on here. And I mean that to the bottom of my heart. I feel blessed when you asked me. I'm like, whoa. I feel blessed. I've been watching your podcast and I love it and I feel blessed. And I thank you so much for you letting me get on here. I do.
Most
Hmm.
definitely, man. Thank you so much. Is much reciprocated.
Thank
I've been watching you trying to trying to learn a little bit, about the mobile homes,
you. Hmm.
and trying to take bits and pieces. So I was like, you know what? Like she got the whole game. Let me get her on the podcast, pick her brain a little bit. Yeah, I mean, let her throw out some jewels, make me get a little thirsty so I can sign up for the course.
Oh, you gonna be thirsty. You gonna be thirsty. When I get finished with you, you gonna be thirsty. That's for sure.
Most definitely, man. So, I wanted to start by talking about the military, right? You
Okay.
ex military. My father was ex military. My stepfather was actually ex military as well, and those guys turned out to be pretty good businessmen,
Okay.
right? So I was, just before we started, I was wondering, like, do you believe that your military training and how you structure your business today and how you run your business, do you believe that that implementation plays a major part today?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. Because a lot of people have a fear of talking to the park managers in this business. And I think due to the fact that I was in the military, not saying that the military people know how to talk any better than anybody else, but there's not but so much shenanigans I'm gonna put up with. Either you're gonna sell me the mobile home or you're not. I'm not gonna be sitting here kissing your butt all day long. And I think I do get that from the military. I really do. So yeah, it does play a part in it. Yeah,
Well, definitely. So
definitely.
that's that get the job done mentality.
Exactly. Exactly. We're gonna do it or not. It's just that simple.
Exactly, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So now, me myself, I've wholesale real estate,
Mm-hmm.
starting to buy and wholesale real estate. What made you start wholesaling mobile homes? Did you start wholesaling real estate? Was it a transition to mobile homes, or did you just kind of do your homework on mobile
Well,
homes and just?
Lenny, actually, me and my family were kind of successful at the real estate game by accident.
Mm,
I'm just gonna be flat out. We bought two single family homes and we paid us off very quickly, and then we started running out of capital, and we said, "Hey, we need to find a cheaper way, you know, to buy real estate." And I just did a little Google search, and I found some people on YouTube, and I saw that they were wholesaling mobile homes, buying mobile homes very cheaply. And I said, hey, let me check into it. And actually, the program that we decided to purchase, the husband was actually in the military. He gave me a military discount, and I'm like, hey, it seemed like it was a win-win situation for us, and it was. It was. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say we were successful through real estate because we studied this and we studied that because we didn't. It was all by accident. Yeah.
So that's beautiful. I've met a few people, that actually told me that they kind of stumbled into the game. You know what I mean? And it was just, just by something that they had, acquired or something, a family member had acquired before them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Things of that nature. Just a little, a little setup. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
As they say, but most people never wanted to do it, never thought about doing it. You know what I mean? So, I
Mhm.
get that. There's a lot of people watching right now who probably thinking about everything, right? They're
Mhm.
probably thinking about how to buy the mobile home, how to assess the mobile home, right? What's the
Mhm.
value of the mobile home without the land? There's a few questions that I will ask you, but like, how easy is it, to acquire mobile homes?
Well, Lenny, I have it's very easy. I have actually purchased cars that took longer to purchase a car than
Wow,
it was to ever to purchase a mobile home. And the quickest mobile home, it took like 15 minutes, and that was it. And that was to buy and sell it to somebody else. 15 minutes.
wow,
Yeah. So, I mean, it's very quick. In that particular scenario, we had a family, we had just sold a mobile home, and we had a family that knew that me and my brother invest in that particular park. And the mobile home park manager said, "Hey, there's a family that buys and sells mobile homes, the Hardens, and they're at this home. They're closing a deal right then." And what happens is they didn't have all the cash to give to the park to buy the mobile home, but the park manager knew we had the cash. And I tell you what, Lenny, we bought the mobile home for the park manager, and we sold it to a family of four within 15 minutes, buying
wow,
it and selling it within 15 minutes.
wow.
So
So,
like I say, I have purchased cars that has taken longer than that.
right.
Hours, yeah, hours.
Right. So it takes no like when I wholesale a deal, for
Hmm.
instance, and I take the contract to the title company, and I take the assignment contract to the title company, and they run escrow, and they telling me it's 2 weeks. You don't have that, with mobile
We don't.
homes.
No, we don't have that problem. And a lot of times, depending upon which state you're investing in, you don't even have to go to the title company. All we do is go to the DMV. Here in the state of Texas, all we do is fill out the paperwork ourselves, and we can fax it over to the state. And then, boom, you get the title, and that's it. So we don't have to
Wow.
go to a lot of states you don't have to use no title company. Now, Lenny, it does, you have to go to the title company when you're talking about buying a mobile home on land, because that's a
Right.
whole different ball of wax. But I'm
Right.
talking
Right.
about buying a mobile home that's already in the park. There is no title company.
Mm,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. So the
Mhm.
turnaround is just like that.
Just like that. Just
So
like that.
now someone like me, I'm kind of wondering about the check at escrow, right? So we, doing mobile homes, you ain't got to worry about none of that at all,
No,
right?
if it's inside of a park, you don't need no title company.
So
You
it's
don't need
just
no title.
it's just
Yeah.
paperwork. It's just paperwork and money.
It's really paperwork and money. It's actually two pieces of paperwork and money. That's all it is. Especially if you're trying to wholesale it. It's two pieces of paperwork and money, and that's it.
Wow. And the
Yeah,
transaction sounds like the transaction is instantaneous,
exactly.
right?
Exactly. And you don't have to worry about nobody giving you a check. A lot of times these people are giving you cash. And
Wow.
my mother and my brother were actually at the bank last year, and this lady, when somebody says cash, you don't think it's cash. You think like a cashier's
Yeah.
check.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm serious. My brother and my mother were in the bank looking like Scarface. This lady had gave us $27,000 in cash.
Wow.
So that's why when you look on YouTube, you see all these people with cash, because a lot of times we're dealing with cash. We're not dealing with. Sometimes we deal with a cashier's check or something
Right.
like that. But 9 times out of 10, these people have cash.
Yeah, because people see people like you said, people see the cash. You're like, oh man, But then that's the biggest part of the transaction for real. That
Right.
some people come with cash. Actual
Exactly.
actual cash.
Right.
Um, going back to the military. Um, you know, I like you said, you were kind of thrusting into investing. Now that you're out of the military, and if you could have had invested while you were into the military, mobile homes, right? Because there's probably
Hmm.
somebody right now that's in the military, or
Hmm.
getting out of the military and want to get in the mobile home, investing. What advice would you have for them?
Well, I would say save up your money. While I was in the military, I was a lot younger, of course, and partying and drinking and all that kind of stuff. Don't do that. Save your money because mobile homes can be, you can get mobile homes for free and you can get mobile homes for cheap. Me and my brother actually got 5 mobile homes for free. And then our cheapest mobile home after that was $3,000. And then our next cheapest home after
Wow.
that was $8,000, and then the next cheapest home after that was $10,000. So anybody in the military, whether you're enlisted or if you're an officer, come on, you can come up with that kind of money, especially if we're talking about a mobile home that's free. I mean, all you have to do if the mobile home is in the park, all you have to do is worry about the lot rent. So I would tell anybody in the military, I mean, you're not going to be young forever, even though we think we think we're going to be young forever when we're young. Save your money and try to do mobile home investing. The only thing bad about being in the military and being a mobile home investor, you go to too many duty stations. And so that you might
Mm,
need some kind of management company. We don't like our mobile homes to be all over the place because we actually manage our own mobile home. So that might be the only drawback if you're in the military, if you're not sure where you're going to be stationed at, you want to have access, at least I do, to the mobile homes that we own.
most
That would be
definitely.
the only drawback. Uh-huh.
Most definitely.
Hmm.
Yeah, most definitely. I can definitely see that, seeing that being a hindrance. Like say somebody being stationed over here for 6 months, over there for
Right,
6 months, trying to build a portfolio like that, can kind of be, pretty tough.
right.
How long have you been doing mobile homes now?
It has not been quite 4 years. It hasn't been quite 4 years. Yeah.
Wow. The mobile
Mhm.
home has taken off.
It has. It has. And we have acquired 18 mobile homes. We already had two single family homes. And between our 18 mobile homes and our two single family homes, we owe no banks anything. We use business credit, business lines of credit. That's how we go about acquiring our mobile homes.
Perfect, perfect.
Mhm.
Now, when you said the business line of credit, I saw a post the other day or a few days ago, whatever. I'm always going through the posts, pre-guest, and
Mhm.
I saw you were showing people how to actually get this business credit to buy
Right.
these mobile homes, and I do have the link for your course scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Is this
Thank
something that Is this something that you teach in the course as well?
I do. I teach that in the course. However, I more or less teach that in the private Facebook group, how to get business lines of credit and how to get business credit cards. Because Lenny, when we first got into this business, we immediately purchased 4 mobile homes, and then we had ran out of cash, and we were like, "Hey, what are we gonna do?" And we said, hey, we have to start getting business credit and we have to start getting business lines of credit. And once we did that, that really changed the game for us. So I do teach that in the course as well.
Definitely, man.
Mhm.
We always talk about there's many ways to get deals done.
Mhm.
For the average investor, no one's thinking
Was thinking
about
about.
using his card,
Right,
right?
right.
It's thinking about going into a bank. Every they think of every bank product
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
before they actually think about utilizing their own business credit. And I think that's something important people need to learn, right? Coming out the gate, right? Because like you said, you can kind of get into the game, kind of hit a bump, right?
Right,
But if you've built that business line of credit, like you said, you
right.
can go in, snatch that deal, make your money without any problems at all. As a wholesaler, there's, something that we use, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with, is called transactional funding, right?
Mm-hmm.
To where we have to get money to close the deal, to kind of double close on the deal. You guys don't have to deal with none of that stuff.
No, we don't have to deal. We don't have to deal with any of that. I told you the prices of our mobile homes. Sometimes mobile homes are free. Believe it or not, you have people who have like mobile homes on land, or people who just flat out lose their mobile homes that's inside of a park, or they're about to lose their mobile homes. And then since me and my brother have a relationship with the park manager, they'll call us and say, "Hey, Kelly and Joe, they are about to lose their mobile home." And they'll even tell us they're wanting 20,000, but I know they'll take five. So we have the upper hand because we have a relationship with the park manager, and we go in there and we talk to the seller and we tell them, hey, you're in a predicament, and can we buy your mobile home? And 9 times out of 10, Lenny, if you got cash, that talks. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear about somebody on the payment plan. I want to
Yes,
buy your mobile home, but on a payment plan. No, they're going to pick me and my brother every single time because we have the cash that we got
exactly,
from the credit card or from the
exactly,
business line of credit.
exactly, most definitely, man. So
Hmm.
that's pretty much like that is the simplest way to lock up deals. It seems like pretty fast without without waiting. I mean, because right now, a lot of investors are using hard money. They're using bank loans to close, right? So
Hmm.
on average, for a wholesaler, you're looking at a nice 21 to 30 day window. For some of these guys to close, depending on how fast the paperwork get done, how fast they send an appraisal out, all this stuff. And you ain't got to worry about none of that stuff.
Exactly. You don't have to
Right.
worry about that. And you know what, Lady? It's kind of sad that, and I don't want to get, on a racial tip or anything like that. It's kind of sad that we, people of color, do not know the difference between business credit, don't know the difference between a debit card, a credit card, business lines of credit, and that when you are purchasing things on your business side, it doesn't reflect on your personal side. I might look like a train wreck on my business side, but on my personal side, I can run out and buy me a Lamborghini if I want to. And people don't understand that there's a difference that one doesn't reflect onto the other,
Right.
unless you default on the business side. Then you got a
Right.
problem. Then you got a problem. Now, if you default, then that's going to be a big problem. But it's just a shame. And the way I was raised, I don't know how you were raised. Uh, the second my mother see a credit card coming in the house, oh my God, what is this for? You're gonna get in debt, and you can't. I don't want to make people think that you can't get in debt if you do it the way me and my brother do it. But if you're not used to paying your bills, this is not the avenue for you. Okay, trying to
Exactly.
get business.
Exactly.
If you do not pay your bills, this ain't for you.
Exactly. And you just pinned something real quick when you said when that card came, and people, oh, we got to get into debt. The biggest one of the best, to point out what you're saying, one of the best misconceptions in our community is debt.
Exactly.
Our people think debt is horrible,
Right.
right? When there's men walking around who's worth, $90 million, and they got $120 million in debt. You know what I
Right.
mean? And like that's not a bad thing. You know what I
It's
mean?
not a bad thing.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but you know
that
what, Lenny? It's not even our generation. I have people my age, I'm in my mid-50s, they will contact me. What is your interest rate? How about I don't care? How about I
yeah,
don't care what the interest rate is because we have 20 properties and those tenants are going to pay that credit card.
cash
Go
flow.
knock on my tenant's door and ask her what the interest rate is because I don't care what the interest rate is. My tenants from our 20 properties that we acquired in less than 4 years are going to pay that credit card or that business line of credit. I couldn't give less than a damn about what the interest rate is going to be.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly, man. That is a beautiful thing. Like I said, and people getting these loans, and now it's taking wholesalers longer to close these deals, right? Because if you're a millionaire and you have $1 million in the pocket in the bank, something's wrong, right? So
right,
everybody got some money working somewhere. So for somebody to just be liquid all this money, what I mean, and not be wrapped up in the business is pretty rare. You know what I mean? So
right. It is
every
rare.
yeah, so everybody's using other people's money. You know what I mean, to invest
Right.
in, get their goals, and that's pretty much how it goes. When you like do foreclosures like do foreclosures happen in
Oh yeah,
mobile homes?
yeah. Yeah, foreclosures happen all the time. It happens in the mobile home business. But see, the glory of how me and my brother do it by building a relationship with the park manager, 9 times out of 10, that seller has talked to the park manager. Hey, Betty, I'm having a little situation. I might lose my home. Do you know anybody who could take it off my hand? And then they mention our names. Okay. But if you owe so much money on the mobile home where it's not even worth us taking it off your hands, then we're not going to take it off your hands. It has to make the numbers still have to make sense. If you have an older model mobile home and you want 30,000 plus a little something on your pocket or whatever, that's not going to happen. And even if we try to do a subject to with them, I'm not going to spend $30,000 on a mobile home. The most expensive mobile home that we have is $20,000, and we didn't even want to spend that. So yeah, we do have foreclosures, and then when I'm talking about foreclosure, I'm talking about mobile homes that's in the park, and there's a lot of mobile homes that on land that get foreclosed on as well. So you have to catch these people early. Put out some bandit signs, especially the mobile homes on land, because they don't have a park manager to talk to. But in the
Mm,
situations when there is a park manager, the park manager be like, "Hey, Kelly and Joe, it just happened 2 weeks ago, but this lady wanted too much for the mobile home. It was only a 2 bedroom, 2 bath." And then that's another thing, Lenny. You have to know your market. I mean, here in the state of Texas, on tomorrow, matter of fact, Lenny, we're closing a single family home deal that we have. We're actually having another renter move in, and that's a family of 8. So,
mm.
Texas, we like to eat good and we like to have babies. Okay. So a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, that's really not going to fly out here too. And 1 bedroom, 1 bath show is that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard to get rid of. It's not impossible. It can happen, but it's going to be hard. So we like to have 3 bedroom, 2 baths and higher. That's what we
Right.
like to do.
So when you dealing with the mobile homes with land, right?
Uh-huh.
We
Uh-huh.
was talking about how that's a different transaction to where a title company does come into play.
Right.
And you mentioned mobile home. People decide to like, hey, I can't, give this away. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Just pay me for the land. You can take the house, basically.
Right.
Um, I literally ran into some of those deals, and I didn't know what to look for, in the deal.
Mm-hmm.
What do you look for in a mobile home deal?
First of all, you have to make sure that the person that you're talking to is on the title. That's number one. You
Mm,
have to make sure that you have to make sure that the taxes are paid up. You have to make sure of that because you don't want to acquire something they owe back taxes or they owe some crazy light bill that is going to come down on you or some crazy water bill and it's going to come down on you or they haven't paid their taxes and you thinking you're getting a deal. They only want $10,000 for the mobile home and next thing you know they owe back taxes. So these are things we look at. But the first thing I look at is that person's name on that title. And I'm talking about if his name is Mickey Mouse, it better say Mickey Mouse. It better not say Mickey Mouse Jr. because I want to know where Junior is because Mickey Mouse has no right to sell me that mobile home. So that would be the first thing that we look for is if the person's name is on the title. And if there's more than one person's name on the title, I need to talk to whoever the other person is. Only one person cannot sell a mobile home if you got two people on the title. So that's another
right.
thing that I don't want to hear no sad stories that they're not available or something like that. I need to see both of the individuals in front of me with some ID showing me that they own that particular mobile home. So that would be the first thing.
Most definitely. Now,
Mm,
as far as like um, condition, as far as condition of
mm,
a home, you had mentioned different ranges, older homes versus newer homes.
mm-hmm,
Let's say somebody watching right now, they might have a nice deal on a whole bunch of older mobile homes. As far as condition, right? As far as condition, what would you tell someone to look for?
um, the biggest things on a mobile home is the roof and the AC. And when you're buying a mobile home and it has a window unit, and especially if it's inside of a park, you better make sure that when you buy that mobile home that you can still have a window unit because sometimes the park will say, no, Kelly, you have to have central air. You are the
Mm,
new owners, you have to have central air. And Lenny, central air can run you anywhere from 3,000 to about $8,000. And I just told you the price of mobile homes. So
yeah,
now you have an AC system that's worth more than the doggone
in the
mobile
house.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna be pissed. I know I would. I'm thinking, damn, the AC costs more than the mobile home. So
Hmm.
those are the type of things we look for. But the roof and the AC and the flooring are the biggest things. But I would say definitely the AC and the roof would be big, big. You know, I would have to think twice before I buy a mobile home that has a roofing issue, or that needs a new AC system. I would really have to think twice. And before you buy the mobile home, you can actually have, an AC company come in and check out the mobile home. It's only about 40 or $60. You might as well do that instead of having a headache and purchasing the mobile home. And next thing you know, you're out of $3,000 or $8,000, and you only spent $2,000 for the mobile home. I think you would have a headache. I know I would. Just thinking
Yeah,
about it, I
yeah.
would have a headache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. So,
Hmm.
so you mentioned, having somebody actually come in. So you can actually take a little time if you would say to actually have a short, inspection period where you can have, your contractors come in,
Yeah.
look at the home before you buy the home as well, right?
Right. You know what, Lenny, we have been blessed. We have had two contractors. One is actually a student of mine. Anytime I call him, he's there. So we have been blessed in that aspect where we don't have to wait days. And we have two AC guys that are pretty good. And when these people know you have cash, they're gonna wait on us versus somebody who's trying to be on a payment plan.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm telling them, hey, I know you want 15 for your mobile home, but I'm willing to give you 10 and I'm gonna give you 10 cash, they're not gonna be dealing with this guy that only got $15,000 in a payment plan, or he gonna give you $1,000 and the rest 14,000 on payments. No, he gonna wait for Kelly and Joe to come. And I'm like, look, I need to have that AC looked at. I want to have that roof looked at real quick before I buy it. And we're talking about, just a day turnaround, not even a day, sometimes like 12-hour turnaround. And that's it.
Man, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Like um, I've never thought about it, being that sweet. Um, so like you are the manager too, right? You manage
Well,
all
my brother,
three.
my brother actually manages the property.
Okay.
And this is another thing I want to say, Lenny. I am licensed in the state of Texas to buy and sell mobile homes. But regardless of what state you're in, it's not, especially if you're wholesaling, you don't need a license to buy and sell mobile homes if you're just wholesaling because the paperwork goes nowhere. It goes absolutely nowhere. Sometimes if you have a mobile home that has land, sometimes they, might say, hey, you need somebody licensed to, fulfill this transaction. That might happen once in a blue moon, but very rarely will that happen. And guess what? If you don't have a license, you can consult with a friend that does have a license. Hey, I'll give you some money if you help me with this deal that's on land. But 9 times out of 10, you don't have to have a license to be in this business. I just so happen to get a license because I like when I talk to the park manager and they know I have a license. It's a better,
Yeah.
rapport that I have with them. They
Yeah.
think that I know what I'm doing just because I have a license.
Exactly. And that's excuse me. That's kind of on the flip side of
Mm-hmm.
what I do with a realtor, right? A
Mm-hmm.
realtor got that license. So when they go into transactions, people be like, oh, they licensed, they're the expert. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
But, same thing with me. And like you just said, you don't need a license to buy or sell mobile homes. So, like Kelly said, you guys just really got to know what you're doing. And Kelly has been teaching people this. She's been teaching people these methods. She got proven methods. I got the link at the bottom right now, scrolling past, and also anybody can get the link. I actually got her in the group wholesaling with Lenny as well. She's actually one of our group experts. So if you guys need any information, any of her course information, any of her books, one-on-one scheduling with her, I'm most definitely positively sure she's ready for you guys and
Thank you.
can answer anything that you guys want. Also got her email at the bottom as well, man. If you guys want to send her any mobile home deals that you guys may have or may be working on, you know what I'm saying? Definitely if you guys in Texas, but she do this everywhere. So,
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
no, most definitely there's no market cap and where she reach out, man, to get the money. So
And you
you,
know what, Lenny? Let me say something about license, getting your license. Guess what? In a lot of states, except for California, the test is open book. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this out. All you're doing is flipping through some pages, pay the money and flip through some pages and call it a day. Find the answer, write it down, and you get your license. But that doesn't work in the state of California. California is the only state that I know of that is not open book.
mm. Okay.
You can't
Okay.
beat that.
Nah, an open book test. How could you be?
Okay.
How could you be the open book test? We all would have graduated on time.
Okay. Exactly.
They
No more
give
night school. No more night school.
Yeah,
Okay.
they giving out open book tests and stuff. So
Uh,
so tell us about your website. I mean, you do got a Facebook group, right?
I do have a private Facebook group. Unfortunately, I'm using my regular Facebook page to promote my course. I need to get away from that, but I am. I'm a little older, so all this technology is kind of new to me. But yes,
I get it.
yeah, but when you purchase my course, we have a private Facebook group. I let you in. You have access to me. My students will tell you, when they contact me, you have my personal cell phone number. All that I ask is when you purchase the course, you watch the first 50 videos because I don't want to get on the phone with you and it's repetitive. You're asking me something that's already in the course. And we can talk until the cows come home. We get on the Zoom. I'm more of a Zoom type of person, one-on-one talking, any questions or anything that you have. I never tell any of my students, hey, buy that mobile home. I never tell them that because, Lenny, I am a registered nurse. I am not a contractor. I'm not a handyman. And I don't want to make the
Right.
mistake of telling somebody, oh, buy it just based off of a Zoom. I would never tell anybody to do that. All I could do is give you my suggestions. That's all I can do. But yeah,
Most definitely. And that is the Hills, Wheels, and Deals Facebook group, right?
right, exactly.
Okay,
And
no
we
doubt.
have a lot. We have a live every Sunday. I'm always putting out content throughout the week. But yeah.
Most definitely, guys. I got it at the bottom of the screen. Scrolling past, guys. Join the group. Great content in the group, man. Great students. You guys be able to get that peer connection. With each other, link up, hook up. And get some deals done.
Mhm.
Together. So, as far as the course go, right?
Mm.
How much is the course?
The course
How
is
long is the course? And how long is the
the
course?
course is 21 hours. It's 21 hours long. It's all videos. There's nothing to read. And I'm glad you brought up the price. The price is currently $1,499. And it will never go down, Lenny, because my course is the cheapest in town. I think I offer a lot. It will never go down. So those of you who are listening to me, if you see my course go down by a penny, hurry up, do a screenshot and take a screenshot, send it to me, and I will give you the course for free. It will never go down. I'm not having no Mother's Day sale, no Father's Day sale, no Valentine's, Turkey Day, Happy New Year, Christmas. It's never going to go down. So that's the price, and it's going to remain that way. It could go higher, but it's never going to go lower.
Most definitely, man. If it's a proven method. You have students who can vouch. You have reviews that can vouch, and other other mentors that's
Mm,
in the game actually can
exactly.
vouch for you as well.
Thank you.
And some of the, like I've seen your video with Robin Crowley. Shout out to Robin.
Right.
And when I first saw like the mobile home thing on the internet, I had saw
Mm,
it through Robin, right?
okay.
Through the
Mm,
Facebook groups, through the creative financing group, through Pace Morby, through a lot of those groups when I saw her, and then when I saw you two guys interview,
mm,
and I was like, man, it's a wonderful thing to see like everybody learning from each other.
right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Because like
Mm,
I said, I've never even went this far with a
mm,
conversation with mobile homes with anyone, and you taught me so much just in this little bit of time. You know what I mean? So,
thank you.
I definitely appreciate you. I
Mhm.
definitely appreciate you on that. Between the courses, between the one-on-ones, between walking your students through the deals. I saw a video you was actually walking one of your students through the entire.
Uh-huh.
Actually, you was showing us her before and then after she had bought it and
Right.
rehabbed it or whatever. So it seems like you're literally hand in hand with your students
Oh yeah, definitely.
until they get that first deal done.
No, it's not about the first deal. I want my students to be successful. I don't care if they're deal number one or deal number 20. They can call on me. And Lenny, we have taken, me and my brother, 4 professional mobile home investing courses. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I know everything about mobile home investing because I don't. But guess what? By joining my team, and if you have a question, my student have a question, I don't know the answer, I can ask one of the people I purchased the course from, hey, I got a question, I got a student, and it's just as easy as that. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say, oh, I know everything about mobile home investing because I don't. I don't. But
Yeah,
I'm compassionate about this business. If I don't know the answer, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna
most
find
definitely. Yeah, most definitely. Somebody once said that if your mentor doesn't have a mentor, you're in trouble. So yeah, I
it.
mean, you know what I mean.
Exactly.
So there's that. There's always guys that I can call, friends that I can call and reference. If I don't know anything either, because like I say, I don't know everything about
Mhm.
wholesaling. There's some scenarios I haven't ran into yet.
Right. Right.
Right, I just ran into my first brother beef on a scenario. He been living in the house. Him and his wife want him out the house. He don't want to move. I'm the bad guy in the middle.
Hmm.
So I just got finished dealing with my first little family. The
Family
family.
feud, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So the family feud over the house, and it's the one
Uh,
brother. It's the one brother's and his wife's house. It's not. They wasn't left the house or anything. They just let the brother live in it, and he had been in it for 5 years. They kept telling him, "Hey man, get a loan. Go ahead and buy this thing
hmm.
from us, or whatever." Then lo and behold, here I come, and it's some trouble when old Lenny hit the town, but. Yeah, it was really wild. So between all that, everything that you do, what do your morning routine look like? Like, do you, like how do you start your morning?
I pretty much start my morning surfing Facebook, looking for deals. If not for me, then for my students. My students will tell you I've tried my best to present them with deals, but I'm only one person. If you're not proactive, this is not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a positive attitude, this is not going to work. If you have too many irons in the fire, this is not going to work. You have to stay focused, and if you stay focused, then, you're going to get your deals. If you don't, if you're all over the place, one day I don't know, you want to put on eyebrows, you want to put on eyebrows for somebody, you want to be an eyebrow
Yeah.
specialist, and then the next month you want to be a mobile home specialist. That's not going to work. You have to stay focused on one thing at a time in order for it to work, regardless of what it is. Not even, I'm not just even talking about mobile home investment. You have to stay focused. So I try my best to find my students deals, but you know, if you're not motivated to help yourself, I can't keep like, oh, I can't want it for you. You have to want it for yourself. But my morning routine is pretty much surfing the internet, looking for deals. That's what I mainly do in the mornings. Hmm.
Most definitely. So now going back to the course, you said it doesn't matter whether it's the first deal or the 22nd deal, you want your students to be successful. And then you literally just said, like you literally just told me right
Mm,
here on this podcast that you
mm,
get up and you would look for deals and present these deals to your
exactly.
students. Now that ain't that ain't $100,000 might be too cheap at this point.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
just,
Lenny,
I'm just, I'm just.
my course started off
I,
at 149. It
I mean,
started off at $149.
because of the value,
Mm,
it's like it's not, it's man. I mean, it's like super coaching at this point
right,
for a one-time price,
right,
not a
right.
monthly, not a monthly
Not a
price,
monthly. I
not
don't
a.
charge you. I don't charge you for phone calls. None of that. None of that. I just ask you to watch the first 50 videos. But I know students who are trying to do other things, 50 million things.
So that's the requirement. That's the requirement.
Watch the first
So
50.
so
That's it.
so if I haven't watched the first 50, you don't even want to talk to me.
I would ask you, did you watch the first 50? Am I gonna hang up on you? No, I'm not.
No,
But I
no,
could
you
tell,
know what I'm saying?
I could tell in your conversation
Yeah.
because when you get in this business, Lenny, number one, this is a bad thing to do is trying to compare yourself to other newbies. Oh, she got 4 deals, so now I got to get 4 deals. No, that's not how it works because you're gonna get yourself in trouble. So,
Mm.
uh, Yeah, that's just human
Mm-hmm.
nature to try to compare yourself to other people,
Mm-hmm.
and that's bad. You're gonna cause a problem. So, my I am here for my students. I'm not gonna hang up the phone on you if you haven't watched the first 50 videos, but I'm gonna be able to tell from the conversation how many videos you have watched. And I don't want nobody to jump out there and just buy, because there's a sea of mobile homes. There's a sea of mobile home parks. There's a sea of mobile homes on land. I don't want you to prematurely jump out there and make a mistake because you didn't watch the first 50 videos, because there are mistakes that can happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the same thing with me. I kind of tell people like, man, before we really get into this, like I got a free course. Go watch the free course and then
Hmm.
come back and then we can go one-on-one mentoring. But then you got to have certain tools, right? You got to have
Uh-huh.
certain tools, right? Because I want you to see what I see. You know what I mean? When I'm walking you through. So, I require certain tools. I require certain tools as well because, like you said, you can tell if somebody watched the material or not. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's
Right.
like you just in the class, hey, you just in the class talking and the teacher call your name and you be like, huh?
Exactly.
And then she be like, yeah, come show me what I was talking about. You just be like, damn. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like we'll know,
Exactly.
what I'm saying? We'll know if you're ready and you willing to get the material. Man, so
Mhm.
I do got your email at the bottom of the screen. And
Okay.
I said it before, but is it okay for people to send you mobile home deals?
I prefer to work with my students, to tell you the truth, Lenny. I really prefer to work with my students, because 9 times out of 10, anybody who sent me a deal, they probably haven't taken anybody's course.
Mm,
So now I got to hold him or her by the hand,
mm.
and I'm not about to do that. When I
Wow.
am already dealing with my students, I don't have time to deal with somebody.
Now,
Oh, I
now
found a
see,
deal. What are we gonna
see,
do?
that is a master's. That is Ip Man. That is Ip Man. That is Ip Man classic master of the art. To the point where I don't want my name on that if it goes bad,
Right, right.
right?
I don't
You
put my
know,
name on.
if,
Yeah.
is
If you're not willing to invest in yourself, then why would I want to deal with you? You know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if
That's
it's a
like
deal,
yeah,
and I know a student, you have a deal in Atlanta, wherever the case may be, I'll say, okay, I'll see if my student is interested in it. But me personally, I'm not gonna sit here and hold somebody's hand who hasn't taken anybody's course. I'm not gonna do that. And if you have taken somebody else's course, present that deal to your mentor. Why are you presenting it to me? You know what I'm saying? Present it to your
exactly.
mentor. Yeah.
Most definitely, man. Now, see, I never thought like that, and that's a smart way, to kind of go about this because there's a lot of people that waste your time,
Yeah.
right? Now your students won't waste your time, right?
They won't.
Because
They
they've
won't.
already they've already paid you in the door.
Right.
What I found out, like with me, when I offered a free course,
Hmm.
kind of like you giving somebody a Pell Grant and they don't
Hmm.
show up to school.
Yeah.
So now Biden trying to give all the money back, because they didn't got the grant. They don't want to go to school. So, I definitely understand the, logic, behind the pay court and $1,000. Like this course is cheap.
I appreciate that. I
This course,
appreciate it.
yeah, I mean, this course is cheap, man, for the value, just for the value alone, just for the communication, right? Because we know time, time is something we can't get back, right? Time is the
Right.
most valuable asset that we have, right? So for someone to actually take the time out to continue to make sure you are successful after they've taught you. College professors don't do that. College professors
Exactly.
don't even reach out to you. Hey, like you,
Right.
you may have one in a million. You know what I mean? But after you've learned that information and you've paid for that education and built the skill set, no one's there to walk your hand anymore.
Right.
Like no one's
Exactly.
ever hold your hand anymore. You pretty much on your own. So this thing should be $10,000. One
All
time,
right, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Y'all
one
heard it.
time, one time. Fee, quote me on it. Quote me on it. Uh,
But
what?
Lonnie,
Seriously,
it's 14.99. But what I tell you, what it won't be 14.98. It won't be that. So if you
right.
see it's that, you screenshot it and I'll give it to you for free. You screenshot it and I
Period.
give it to you for free.
Period. So, what is one of the worst situations that you had to face? We talked about foreclosures
Mhm.
in mobile homes. Have you ever had to put somebody out?
Yes, yes. And matter of fact, I'm in the midst of putting somebody out right now. But we actually had to put somebody out. And the thing is, she was seller financing the mobile home. Her and her husband was seller financing the mobile home from us. We paid $3,000 for that mobile home. The seller actually wanted eight. We paid $3,000 for that mobile home. We put roughly about $10,000 worth of rehab in it. And Lonnie, normally we don't put that much money in a rehab, but we did because this is a 4 bedroom, 2 bath. And like I mentioned before, in Texas, we like to eat and we like to have babies. So when we saw that, my mother found this mobile home, a 4 bedroom, 2 bath. We rehabbed it. And after we got a renter, well, not a renter, somebody to sell a finance, husband and wife and a couple of children, what had happened is they had some domestic stuff. And this is the thing, when you're in the mobile home business and you're investing in a park, the park does not deal with you calling the police every 5 minutes because you and your husband don't get along, or he beating up on you, you beating up on her, and any kind of sexual molestation, you'll be out. And that's what happened. Something was going on with the stepfather and one of the little girls. And believe it or not, Lonnie, the SWAT team was there. So we got a deposit from them. They stayed there for about 4 months. They got kicked out. And by right, I could have made them still accountable for paying us payments, but the husband wound up going to jail, and it was just the wife. So I told her, I'm gonna let you, yeah, I'm gonna let you out of the deal. You only been there 4 months. They wind up taking the stove and refrigerator, but I believe the main reason why they did that, they could not afford the payment. So I believe they sold it in order to make the payments, and then all this drama happened. So the park kicked them out. In 9 days, Lenny, we did some touch-up paint. We got a refurbished stove, and thank goodness our new tenants who moved in the home, who gave us another deposit, they had their own refrigerator. So, but that has been the worst scenario. That home was vacant for 9 days, and we got another deposit, another large deposit from somebody else. So really, the 13,000 we spent to rehab that mobile home the first time, we got our money back from both of those tenants. So
Yeah,
that's the worst story that I had to tell.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was something else right there.
Yeah.
That's something else
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm glad that was resolved, and you actually got another somebody else in place,
Yeah.
to actually make up, for any loss that may, have
Mm,
occurred, have occurred or whatever. So,
mhm.
you speak on your brother. I know your brother's your partner
Yes.
in the business or whatever. Would you say that your brother is one of your biggest influences in doing this?
My brother, number one, yes, he would be like top tier, but my mother is there as well. In the beginning, Lenny, when I first started this business, it took a while to convince my mother and brother, but after we sold that first mobile home, I had created two monsters. They driving for dollars. Going, I'm like, whoa, relax. My mother is in her. My mother just turned. She will be turning 76 any day, and I'm like, whoa, y'all relax. She's the one who found the 4 bedroom, 2 bath. They're driving for dollars. They up and down the street. Talking to sellers, talking to park managers. But both of them together have really, without them both, there would be no heels, deals, and wheels. It definitely would not be. Yeah. Yeah, so they're my cheering team. I love both of them to death. Yeah.
Most definitely, man. That's definitely what's up. If you had to write a book about your experiences, um, tomorrow, if you had to write a book, tomorrow about your experiences, well, I was watching some earlier with Stephen A. Smith. He was actually on the Breakfast Club this morning, and Stephen A. Smith was saying that his mother told him, Like she know he was gonna write his book, but she wanted him to wait till she died to write the book.
Uh-huh.
Because there's a lot of stuff that he was gonna talk about. What I mean, cousins and uncles and I'm
Uh-huh.
saying, etc. Growing up, if you had to write a book tomorrow, what would you write about?
Um, I would call it seller financing is for suckers, the mobile home edition. And,
Whoa,
and, and the reason why I say, and I actually made this comment recently, Lenny, why would I told you I'm in mid 50s, I'm 56 years old. Why would I, one of our properties is 2017. And matter of fact, Lenny, you were actually on a live when I did a live the other day, or walking through
yeah,
that two bedroom two. That's a 1998. I'm sorry, Lenny is gone.
no, I got you. I'm still here.
You got okay. I'm sorry. So anyway, why would I? The average mobile home have a life expectancy between 55 and 60 years. One of our mobile homes, a couple of them are 2017, 2018. Why would I sell a finance that type of mobile home out instead of renting it where I can get years and years and years of payments? So what if the tenant has to call me for a roach? So what if the tenant has to call me because the AC went on the blank? I'm I when you sell a finance something out, you're only going to get payments for a certain amount of years. And if
Yeah,
I'm telling you that the life expectancy of a mobile home is anywhere between 55 and 60 years, Lenny, do the math. I'm 55. I don't think I'm going to be living another 55, 60 years. Why would I give that up when I can have this payment coming in for a lifetime? When you sell a finance, just like a car, you have a certain amount of years, 7, 8 years, 5, whatever the case may be. 5 years from now, do you think I want to be trying to find another mobile home that somebody cashed me out for because I don't have those payments coming in anymore?
mm,
Now I'm 61. I'm driving in 110-degree temperature, looking for another mobile home. Seriously, looking for another mobile home to replace this
yeah.
other mobile home that somebody cashed me out for. So call it harsh or whatever it may be, but in the mobile home business, for you to sell a finance, a newer mobile home out is ridiculous, in my opinion. You're just giving it away. You're just giving it away. That's my personal opinion. So yeah, seller financing is for suckers. The mobile home edition will be the name of that book.
No
That's what I
doubt, because you said, yeah, it wouldn't really make, like you said, I met somebody the other day, and the dude was like, asked her what she do terms. I'm like, bro, she's 73. Like,
exactly.
how
Yeah,
long we gonna term this out? We're like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I
exactly.
mean? Like,
Exactly.
that's like somebody trying to sell me term life insurance.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
I don't know when I'm gonna die. What you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it don't
Yeah. And,
make
then,
no sense.
and Lenny, even if you're not my age, even if you're in your 30s, you can pass that home down to your children.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
talking about 55 to 60 years worth of payments that you could possibly get. You could pass your kids go to college. Guess what? Give them that mobile home.
Yeah,
Don't bother mommy and daddy. This is your money coming in every month. Don't bother me about no money. This is your matter of fact, Lenny. We got my mother for her 75th birthday last year a mobile home. We gave her a mobile home. She gets
nice.
$1,500 a month. My mother's on a fixed income. And she be honest too. Hey, ain't it payday? She be she be honest. You know, so why would I sell a finance a mobile home out that I barely paid, $15,000 for? Why would I do that? That makes no
Right,
sense. You're giving
right,
away, in my opinion.
right, exactly. So most definitely. So now, since we're going, going back to the books, what are three books that you would recommend, for the podcast listeners, and why?
Well, Lonnie Scruggs is the mobile home king. However, I would not recommend buying the book from Amazon because it costs an arm and a leg. And another reason, the book is a little dated, but it's a lot of good information in that book. You can get the book as a PDF. Just type in Lonnie Scruggs PDF and he breaks it down. But Lonnie basically bought older model mobile homes and he believed in seller financing. Okay, but it's still a good book. And another book that has nothing to do with the mobile home business is called The Science of Getting Rich. Now, you don't actually have to buy that book either. and you can look at, listen to it on YouTube on audio, because I think a lot of people need to hear that as far as like staying focused.
Yeah,
That's very important. It's just not all about mobile homes. Staying
exactly.
focused, that is so important, because if you're not focused in anything you're trying to do, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Stay in focus. That's the main thing. I mean, I really like that audio, The Science of Getting Rich. I cannot think of a third book, Lenny. I'm sorry. I can't think of a third one right off the top of
That is
my
not, no, that's no problem. That's no problem.
head.
Yeah. So you was up in the military. Did you drink coffee in the military?
Mm-mm, I
Do
don't.
you?
I don't like. I like cold coffee, but I don't. I'm not a hot coffee drinker.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So if you, I don't know, but if you can have a glass of wine with
Uh,
with one historical figure, right? One person in history, who would that be?
ah, I want to say Martin Luther King Jr., but on the other side, I would like to say Malcolm X. I think I'm more of a Malcolm X type of. Malcolm X didn't play no games. But I really, it'd be a coin toss between one of those people. I mean, because Lenny, we would not be here today if it wasn't for those people. We sure wouldn't be here.
Right.
Along with JFK as well. We wouldn't be here because of them. They sacrificed a lot, including their lives
Yeah.
for us
Most definitely.
for us to have Heels, Deals, and Wheels, for us to have the Lenny Smith show.
Most
So
definitely.
yeah, definitely.
So now, as far as podcasts, right? Who are some of the people that you're listening to now, or who do you listen to? To kind of get your motivation up, because people are always asking me, for motivational podcasts, and I'll say, well, I'm gonna ask my guests so everybody can get some different podcasts. You know what I mean? So, what podcasts do you listen to?
Related to mobile homes or just period?
Period. Period.
Period. You know what? You don't think I'm telling the story, but I enjoy your podcast because I seen when somebody had damaged your. There was a home recently. Somebody damaged it. And you said the police are out here trying to get
Yeah.
somebody else. Yeah. I mean, I really enjoy. I'm not just saying this because I'm on here. I really enjoy yours. I really do. But I can't really say that I sit here and watch anybody's podcast in particular. But I do watch yours. I do. Yeah.
Most definitely appreciate you for it.
Thank
You
you.
know, because I always try to put something together and
Mm,
bring people on
mm.
who's not big headed,
Right.
as I would like to say, right?
Mm,
Who doesn't have the big head? People who like to teach, right? To where teaching is kind of a passion, but it's not a profession. Yeah, I
mhm,
mean,
mm.
like it's a passion, but not a profession. So I've always watched what you've done, admired you, so I had to bring you on the show. Um, you know,
Thank you.
just real quick, man, in closing,
Mm.
'cause I know you went to the military. I don't know what age you went to the military,
Oh yeah, I was
but
19. Uh-huh.
okay, okay. So, so,
Mm.
so this is perfect. If you can go back and give your 18-year-old self some advice, what would it be?
And I hate to say this, Lenny, it would be don't go to college. It would be don't go to college. I would immediately have gone into mobile home investing. I really would. And let me tell you something that happened. I have a friend in California. She's also a nurse. She had knee surgery. And we've been corresponding with the orthopedic surgeon, talking to him because we're nurses and he knows us and blah, blah, blah. And he came in to discharge her. And he said, to be an orthopedic surgeon, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
he came in to discharge her and gave us, told us the medicine and what to expect and blah, blah, blah. And he said, oh, this is our last time seeing each other. I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? And he says, oh, my dad is going to give me a mobile home park. My dad owns
Oh
several mobile
wow,
home parks, and I'm going to be a mobile home and park investor. I'm no longer going to be an orthopedic surgeon. And my
wow.
mouth was hung open because he didn't know. that she and I were both not only nurses but mobile home investors.
Right.
I we was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This man went to school all these years,
Yeah.
and now he's telling us he's gonna be a mobile home park owner. So yeah, I would not have gone to college. Now, don't get me wrong, nursing brings me in good income. Don't get me wrong, but I think I would be a lot farther in the game if I would immediately start doing mobile home investing. I really do.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah.
Well, once again, I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Thank you so
Um,
much. Thank
guys,
you.
Miss Kelly Harton, and you're in Dallas, correct?
I'm in Dallas. Yes.
She's
Hmm.
definitely in Dallas as well. I'm actually, I should, hopefully, I'll be in Dallas on the 21st. Um,
Well, and guess what? I won't be here. I actually will be leaving, going back because Lenny, I still work. I still
right.
work. Yeah, so I'll be going back to California actually on the 20th. So I'm gonna miss you, but hopefully next time we'll be able to connect.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely, man. Because they got some guys down there got a REI hookup every I think every what did they say every last some of the month or whatever. No, every
Um,
first some of the month or whatever. But yeah, be going down there, man. We supposed to get together some of my other podcast brothers on the Real Estate Holics podcast.
mhm.
Um, once again, I just wanted to put the course on the screen for anybody who's looking to take that course. Guys jump in, you guys get one on ones. With Kelly, hit me up for that link. I do got it. It also will be in the description of the video on YouTube, as well as Apple and Spotify. Guys, also head on over after you become a member. I don't know. Like, do they have to be a member? Well, excuse me, do they have to be a student to get into the Hills, Wheels, and Deals group?
Yes, they do.
Boom,
They
guys.
do.
Perfect,
Mhm.
guys. So once you get the course, you get the community. Okay.
Right.
So it's just not a course; it's a community. So
Right.
guys, jump in. Like I said, the link's at the bottom of the screen. Hit me up for the link. And we can hook you up with
And
Miss Cut.
let me say one more thing, please. And
Most
if you
definitely.
guys want to do a 30-minute Zoom before you purchase the course, I'm willing to do that as well before you purchase the course, okay? Because I know things are tight for a lot of people. So I'm willing to do that as well. And thank you so much, Lenny, for having me on here.
Oh
I
man.
really feel so honored. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Once again, like I said, thank you for coming. Guys, for the best quality in streaming, I recommend you guys use StreamYard. That's what we're using now. We got these cool logos all over the screen. I actually got a 14-day trial scrolling across the screen for you guys for StreamYard as well. You guys can do cool backgrounds, automations, things like that. Guys, give you guys a free 14 day trial there at the bottom as well. And don't forget, pull those leads, batch leads. You get 1,000 free leads on me. Okay, with the link that's scrolling the screen. If you guys haven't tried batch leads, you guys are missing out on pulling deals. Okay, because batch is lit. Kelly, once again, thank you so much
Thank you.
for
Thank
coming
you.
by. I definitely appreciate you, and I definitely would be reaching out on that Zoom myself so we
All
can
right.
talk about jumping in the course.
All right. Thank you so much.
No doubt. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Y'all have a
Bye
good day.
bye.
Bye bye.